Opening and conclusion. Timer to note is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best.
Sure. Savory is when I was 7, memories vivid even now. Surprises from my vacation make me smile even now. Lucky was a child in the 80s, accessing everything so wild. Picky he grew as he aged, many things now so much. Some of my thoughts actually take me back to a flashback on what were those things that I really liked to do when I was a child. And one of the best moments were always about going on my vacation to my paternal grandmother's house. So come February, my father is standing on a long daunting queue at the railway station booking counter, trying to get a ticket by the Island Express. It's not there anymore. So that was the only train from Bangalore to Kerala. And getting a ticket on Island Express is an experience of winning a trophy. Because the number of trains was disproportionate to the number of Keralites who were there living in Bangalore. Anyway, we got the tickets, and for me, the next 2 months is a moment of excitement, waiting to go for the trip, and another moment of anxiety that I have to complete my final exam. Literally speaking, going to Kerala on vacation was a recompense for my efforts in my final exam. Without losing much time, my mom packs up my belongings, and we are chugging away to Thrissur. Early morning, 6 o'clock, I wake up in the train, and then I'm looking outside the window. As we pass Coimbatore and we reach Shornur near Palakkad, the terrain of the landscape completely changes. From a dry area, it gets suddenly very green, thick, dense, green, lush green paddy fields, rocks which have a very peculiar pattern of erosion. But the best is when we cross the Ottapalam bridge, which is near Bharatapuram. What changes? The train itself goes through a multitude of sound effects, from going from land to the overbridge through very heavy drumming. And as we look below, for us it's an experience of viewing the world from above. With rains gone and many parts of the river shallow, there are many children and families actually bathing and washing clothes in the river. And as the train pulls in, they will look up and wave out of joy. And you, as a stranger to them, will acknowledge back to wave them back, even though you know that they'll never again cross your path. We finally reach Thrissur and we take a bus to get home. And as we reach my paternal grandmother's house, I see my grandmother standing near the gate, wearing her Syrian Christian outfit, big heavy earrings which have elongated her ears till her neck over the many years. And she's chewing her tobacco and waiting near this gate which said Tharakan house. So we get home, she hugs her child, that's my father, and hugs us. We exchange our pleasantries, and soon after, I just flip my hand like it's the wind, and I am running straight into the house, into the backyard. It's an 80 cents of land, which was truly my experience of the Garden of Eden in the God's own country. It had 2 huge jackfruit trees with fruits which probably weighs about 30 kilos each, waiting to be cut now. On my right, I had 2 other mango trees full of raw mangoes waiting to be chopped into the fish curry. There was a red stone, huge well next to which there was irambambuli, which is called, it's a variant of star fruit, if you don't know, covered with red ants waiting to be picked. This was truly a moment of, what you see as freedom defined. For someone who was born in the urban setup, this was a moment of joy. We let the rest of the day pass. We sleep the night. I wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock to a very familiar call. So the fishmonger is racing towards my grandmother's house with a peculiar hoot saying, "Pooey! Pooey!" And then my grandmother is also responding back to the fisherman with a similar hoot, acknowledging the demand for the fish. So I drag myself out of the bed, and without even brushing my teeth, I join my grandmother to start cleaning the fish and to see how she prepares the fish. The observation of the activity of a 7-year-old is so intense that even today, after my relocation to Chennai, I buy fish from the market, I take it home and clean it by myself. And I'm pretty sure that I'm better than most of the professional cleaners in the Chennai fish market. Anyway, we get down to cooking. So our breakfast would be puttu and param or chana curry. So that is puttu is rice cake with banana or chana curry. or appam and chicken curry, or kai patri, which is rice roti with coconut milk, or even gruel, kanji, which is consumed by disposable spoons, not plastic but organic, which is made out of the leaves from the jackfruit tree. These dishes were soul food. They not only filled our stomach but also our hearts. Soon enough, we go to our cousin's place, and my cousins would have made the wheel and axle toy with tender coconuts fixed to it. This becomes our Formula One car, and there are 12 mangy monkeys, all of them running, making themselves to be the Schumachers, running straight to the stream, stop there to have a bath, a very long bath. We try catching the fish along with our towels, very unsuccessfully. And we come back walking through the paddy fields by collecting apple snails. Apple snails are found around the pond in the paddy fields. So we collect all of them in the towel, get home, and we throw them into the the wood pile. We wait for it to get roasted. We collect them all, and these 12 fellows, little master chefs, add their own little variants of chili and salt and everything together and scoop and eat this delicious snack. My cousins had kokum trees, pears, white and pink pears which we could reach out and eat. Plantains, cocoa fruits ready to be harvested. For someone in the urban jungle, this was literally the Garden of Eden, just like it was mentioned in the Phantom comics. Our 3 weeks are finished. Now we get back to Bangalore, back into the pigeonhole, waiting for another whole year to return to the Garden of Eden. And now that I've grown much older, and I recognize that these experiences have actually etched a very fond memory in my mind. Today, children with similar backgrounds do not get to interact with the nature or experience the bounty of nature like what some of us would have already done. If you have the opportunity to provide it, please do, because not very long before they reach a state of mind like what I am in right now, where I yearn to go back to that life cycle, which is a beautiful childhood. Over to the Toastmasters.